you ever wanted something so badly and at the same time you've convinced yourself that you're not the right person to have it? Like, there's this thing you can see so clearly in your head, this version of yourself, this thing you're building, and it feels so real. And then you open social media and someone else is already doing it better than you, with more followers, more talent, more everything. And suddenly that thing in your head feels so naive. So I'm building a jewelry brand, or at least I'm trying to. And lately there's this voice in my head that gets really loud sometimes. It says, who needs another jewelry brand? Who needs your brand? Like, the world has so much jewelry. There are so many brands, so many people doing exactly this. Why would anyone care? Spring is coming and I'm super excited about that. I'm so happy that hopefully the really cold days are over and yeah, nature starts getting a bloom again and the green is coming back. I'm really looking forward to that. And I have a new member of the family. Yeah, I adopted her from a friend of mine who's moving. And I cannot say no to plants. And I know I have a lot of them, and to be honest, I don't have space for more plants, especially space where there's enough light. But yeah, I will figure it out. She's not looking that good, to be honest. And also I really think that I have to change the soil. The soil is looking really bad, and I hope after that she will be looking a little bit happier again in a few weeks. But other than that, I wanted to create some of these, I don't know how you call it in English, holders for the things I can put into the Dremel and the multi-tool, like for polishing, stuff like that. How do you call it? I will put a picture somewhere here. I wanted to create one myself out of wood. Yeah, and I really don't know how it will turn out, but I think we'll see. Just let us start, and if it's a fail, then it's a fail, and it's okay. So in theory, that should be everything I need. Let's see if it works. Try to mark like all the points where I want these to go in. Yeah. quite hard time figuring it out. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that was a bit of a fail, but I started again on this side. Mark the depth of the holes here because I want to avoid to drill through. Once done, and now I have to do kind of the same thing with these two. I think for a DIY tool holder thing, it's more than good enough. Okay, so yesterday I finished drilling the holes in these pieces, and so my vision at the end is that they're sitting on top of each other, and this one's it's like a little spinner, and that goes underneath here. I really don't like how that looks with the gap in between, and so my dream vision would be that this one sits nearly flush with the surface, and I don't know if I can manage to do that, but I will try. And in the end, if it doesn't work out, it will be like that. That's also fine. Okay, I think it will take a while, so I will speed up things for you a bit. eternity. All the holes are drilled, and I hope that was worth it. So some parts are crumbling, what is really good. You really can see that some of these holes are having more depth than others, so it will not be a plain surface at all, but I'm okay with that. You won't see it, so. Okay, it's an eternity later. The room looks like a total mess, and I have given up. I don't think it will get any better, but it kind of looks horrible. But this thing sinks in like to the middle, so I think for now I'm quite happy with how that turned out. It could have been better, but it's fine. Would I recommend doing that? No, not when you're not having the proper tools for that. Now I wanted to sand them a bit down to remove all the marks I made. Okay, so before I continue, I will give this place a little cleanup. And now I like to oil them. And I got this oil from a leftover from another project. And I think that should work. So I got the 3 dry pieces here, and to keep it simple from here on, I decided to just glue them together. And that simply goes now on here, and it's finished. And that's the part I was looking for. I spent so much time searching my tools and my bits in my drawers, and it was pure chaos. And I'm so happy to finally have a place for them to go and a place on my workbench. And I think it turned out quite cute. It's not perfect, but I really love it. I think I'm still in this phase of trying out a lot and playing around with designs, but I have a quite good feeling with the necklaces. I now have a few variations. I have a quite bulky one, then this one that is, I think, the opposite, like the finest till now, and one in between. And what I would love to create is something that feels a little bit more like flowy with a chain instead of just the brass hoop. After that, I would love to refine the designs a bit and working on some details, and then I want to focus on earrings. I really love earrings and I want to have them in my very first collection. Until now, I'm not super happy how my designs turned out, so I think for the next, month, that will be my focus. I read something recently. It said the world doesn't need another product, but it might need yours. And I've been turning that over in my head. Because when I buy something, when I really love something I own, it's never because it wasn't the only option. It's because something about it felt like mine. The person behind it, the way it was made, the story it carried. And I think that's what I keep forgetting when the doubt is getting loud. I think the real question isn't who needs another jewelry brand. The real question is, what am I actually making this for? If I'm making it to compete to the biggest, the most successful, to beat everyone else doing the same thing, yeah, that feels pointless. But if I'm making it because I genuinely love this, because something in me wants to work with my hands, because I want to build something that feels like mine, that's a completely different reason. And that one I can work with. So I don't know where this brand is going yet. I don't know if it will work out the way I'm imagining it. But I know that not trying would feel a lot worse than trying and failing. And if you're building something too at the moment, something that makes you question yourself sometimes, I just want you to know that I think it's normal. I think it means you care, and caring about the things you're making is probably the most important part.